So here we go, guys. We got the Maxx and our Hoss today. We're going to do a little bit of bashing here in the same area. This is Kaneohe District Park. Two of my wins that I got during Labor Day weekend. The Maxx was the latest addition, as well as the Hoss was my first one. It just took a while to get it, so we're going to do a little bit of bashing and then see how this goes. So let's turn on our controller. Got that on. Turn on our ESC. Okay, that's on. So I already ran this twice and it's been pretty good. Running Electron 4-cell batteries in here, and as you know, I wanted to get 1/10 scale or bigger so I can do runs here on the grass. As you know, our 18th scale just couldn't handle the tall grass. So now that we got our 1/10 scale and bigger, we can run them over the grass no problem. So we're back here, as you can see, Kaneohe District Park. Beautiful Ko'olau's mountains in the background there. See if we can take this jump here. So out of the box, I really like this Traxxas Maxx. You know, my first big car was the Arma Outcast 4S. Out of the box, that had some things that I needed to work on. One was the servo, and another one was just getting good connectivity. So I solved those problems by changing the servo out. Now it's set up pretty good. But out of the box, this Maxx just runs, you know, just the way I liked it out of the box. If anything, I did order the Bluetooth for the TQI, and we can do our endpoint settings and everything for the steering. But range, yeah, I haven't had any problem with range or anything like that. So that's one thing though that people have noticed about the Traxxas Maxx, is that it does flip over on its side if you don't have the wide kit, but luckily it has that. So it has its own self-righting feature. I don't know if I can jump this. No. And that's another thing too, the body comes off anytime it catches, but it's easy to put on, so it's not a problem. So let's put on the body back on. First time it happened for me, but we're on the grass and we're catching stuff. But as you know, it's easy to put on this latch system. You just got to turn this here, put that there, slide it back on, cinch it down, and see if I can turn this down. Yep, you're up and running. So easy as that, gang. So this grass here, it's not really even either. So that, I mean, that'll be another thing too, that because this grass isn't even, it does catch on the tall grass. I did see them do grass cutting, so it is trimmed, but it's a little bit easier to run than if it was tall. But yeah, I mean, this Traxxas Maxx is a heck of a lot of fun, so I can see why a lot of people like it. Let's go out here, see if it's a little bit smoother. Yeah, it's a little bit smoother. Doesn't have all those uneven edges and stuff. So on the dirt, it'll probably be even better because it can slide and do all of those tricks there. And I just want to make sure that my GoPro is still recording. Yep, it's still recording. So just want to double check. But yeah, like I said, I might do a comparison between this and the Outcast, but the Outcast is, as you know, is more of a jumper, a runner, a lot of flips and turns, but this one is a lot more flatter. But so far so good, guys. I mean, everything about the Maxx is just great. I mean, there's nothing that I didn't like about it once I took it out of the box. Like I said, I've seen videos where, you know, if you put in a 6S system, the chassis and everything is strong enough to handle the 6S system. So Let me check the front in here. I wonder if I locked down the front really well. Is it latched on? Nope, it's not latched on. That's why it looks funny. So let me make sure I get the latch on correctly. Slide it in there. There we go. I know it's looking a little high in the front. Okay. Let's see. Okay, shotgun action. There you go. But yeah, the self-riding features are very, very helpful. Let me check the range. I've never seen or know how far of a range, but that's pretty far out. And again, with the self-riding system, I don't have to worry too much about having to walk that far just to turn it right side up. Yeah, wheelie guys. Outcast, you can do wheelies forever, but that's pretty good too. So again, this is just Electron Pro 5000 mAh 50C batteries. In Hawaii, it's hard to find LiPo batteries unless you order from the mainland. These were I was able to get locally, so I haven't had a problem with that. But I did order some Spectrum batteries. I got some 100C 4S batteries, and for the Felony and everything, I got some more batteries too. So Felony, I got some 100C batteries from Spectrum, and also CHNL. I've been watching some YouTube videos about a guy doing speed runs, and he recommended these Chinese brand batteries. And so this is oh, just to finish my story. And I was able to order them off Amazon, and they were able to ship them. So usually a lot of places don't want to ship, but I was able to get them shipped. So this is where it's at home, guys. It's at home here on the dirt. I'm just checking my surroundings. I'm walking far away from my stuff, so I don't want anybody stealing it. But this is where it's at home, here on the dirt. So I have
currently my TSM turned off. But look at the dirt. Look at that.
This is where it is at home, on the dirt. It won't catch an edge on the tires. As you know, the tires on the Traxxas is very stiff. Let me turn it up a little bit, see how much. I'll turn up halfway, see if it'll straighten it out. But it looks pretty good, guys. So as the TSM, it keeps it straight, running straight. Sort of like being able to sort of drift but not be out of control. But I'll turn it down, just make sure. There it is, guys. It just fishtails a lot more without the correction. But this is the 4S, guys, the Traxxas Maxx. Absorbs the bumps really, really well, and dashes really. I mean, it's a great dasher for the price. $570 around there. You can get this too. I think it's probably a better deal compared to maybe the Hoss, but they're two different personalities. They're similar, but the Hoss, because it is lighter, it does fly. I mean, it looks quicker because the scale of it is a lot smaller. So let me try. I'm close enough to flip this over so we don't have to damage the body. But there it is, guys. This is the Traxxas Maxx running on 4S. The only thing I had to do was change the connector to EC5 instead of the Traxxas plug, which is proprietary for the battery. That's about it. So there it still flips, but you can see all these little grass patches here, so it's not even. So I mean, I'll give it that. So the two wheels a lot on the side, but you know, if you get that wide kit for it, those go like $50. It'll help remedy that along with some suspension mods, some tweaking. I really wanted to jump this area here, but yeah, it's not enough to get it to do that. Flipped over on its side again, so let's do self-righting. Yep, there you go. Great feature, Traxxas. Glad that you came up with that idea. The range that this has, it's good to have that. So they have enough gusto. Okay, maybe you gotta help it out. It might be going down on battery. Almost, there you go. Coming at you, there you go, Traxxas Maxx. Okay guys, so that was the Traxxas Maxx. But this is the body. One thing I did notice too, that this body is pretty thin, so I'm probably gonna, I don't really put shoe glue on mine, but I do have Gorilla Tape, so I do reinforce mine with Gorilla Tape. So this is my connection, my connectors. I'm gonna cut these off and do a better soldering job now that I got a better solder, but I'll leave the cover off so that we can cool that down. So next up guys is this one. It's the Traxxas Hoss. So I did put a few mods already on this, if you haven't noticed, or if you didn't recall my last video. But I took out the tray system and put in the PureTech medium-sized Velcro. I do have hex adapters, so I got, can't really see it here, but I do have blue anodized hex adapters, and I do have a drive shaft that I didn't install yet. So we still got the Traxxas drive shaft here, center drive shaft, as you can see. They have like a plastic cover now to protect it from gravel and rocks kind of scoring this drive shaft when it gets in there. But I have a Techno drive shaft that I'm going to install, but I wanted to run it first with this stock drive shaft. And I do have a replacement fan for the VXL3. From what I heard, like, this can get pretty hot and go into thermal shutdown when you're running 3-cell batteries. So I don't want to have this shut down because of a bad fan. It just doesn't put enough air. So I ordered a fan, a replacement fan to put in here. We'll do a video on that, as well as the heat sink and fan for the motor. So let's put this one back, this on. And you know what guys, I've always had trouble for some reason putting this cover on compared to the Max for some reason. Don't know why, but that's how it is. So let's take this off. I got these marked, so I got one Hoss and one Max. So this is the Traxxas Maxx. Servo seems to be like we need to upgrade that, but so this is the Hoss. So as you can see, it is smaller. It's smaller than our Max. Let me grab my phone here. It is smaller than the Max and lighter. So they're saying it's basically like a Traxxas slash Rustler body, but the motor is the same as the Max pretty much. So that's why it's a lot quicker. So we can do wheelies. I don't know if we can do bunny hops here. I've seen videos of people doing bunny hops. So I could probably do that if we had the wheelie bars off, or if you're like on cement or concrete or hard surface. But as you know, I did win 2 of these. I won this green one first, and I won an orange one second. I was able to get the orange one first because they shipped the priority mail. So I've been waiting for this green one for almost 3 weeks. So finally came in yesterday. So let's see if we can do kind of a jump. Not really. So no, that's one thing about the wheelie bar. It's good and bad at the same time. Good that you can do wheelies, won't flip over, but with it on you can't do as many tricks as you want. So if you took it off, you could do flips off of walls, off of trees. I'm just doing like quarter throttle here, guys. I'm just trying to test it out. This is my initial run on the Traxxas Hoss. And then this too also has the self-riding system, but at a cost of about $470. People are saying, why did they make this? Because they already have the Max at $570, so you can get it probably for like $560. So this is kind of expensive, I guess, for entry-level trucks. But it does have quality parts. As you know, Traxxas, everyone likes Traxxas. Parts are available everywhere. Probably a little bit easier than to get Armas. Armas are always out of parts, but that just shows how popular it is. But initial thoughts so far is, you know, it's hard to make a comparison right after coming off the Max. So everything's a little bit less quick, not as frantic, but all in all, it's a fun truck too. I mean, this is right out of the box. I didn't have to do too much to change anything. Let me check my trim here, steering trim. I forgot to do that. Yeah, it runs pretty straight out of the box too. I didn't have to do anything. But again, I did, like I did mention, I did order the TQI. That's full throttle there, guys. I did order the TQI Bluetooth, because these new Traxxas all comes with TQI ready remotes. So I'm gonna get the Bluetooth soon, so I can adjust my steering trim and endpoints. I did order the motor sensor for temperature, but the mount for the sensor for the motor has been sold out. So I'm not sure if I can just tape it on, glue it on, or just, you know, make some fab stuff. So for $3 or $4 part, I'm pretty sure I can figure a way to put the sensor on the motor. I'm just wondering if it'll cause any problems, because it is not the factory mount, if it'll affect actual temperatures. But yeah, the Traxxas, I mean, this is a lot of fun. Handles really well, because it is a shorter wheelbase and I guess wide for its size. I don't have any problems with it really flipping over. See how that it takes these rough patches in the grass pretty well. So let's try and go in the dirt. Now I got to take care of my stuff here, guys. There's some people walking around. I just want to make sure that they don't steal anything. There's someone going in and out of the bushes there. So not here are my kids today, so they're not able to watch my stuff if I kind of go a little far away. As you know, guys, during this pandemic,
crime has been up. Oh, nice wheelie. There we go.
Crime has been up around the world, I'm sure, but in Hawaii it's shameful that people are stealing stuff, even robbing from the elderly and stuff. But yeah, that's sorry I'm going on a tangent, but you know, just pray for all those that are victims of crime. Okay, so the guy seems to have disappeared, so let's try and go. Whew. I like the Hoss, guys, a lot of fun. So let's go into this dirt and see how it handles on the dirt. So I got a lot more battery choices with the 3S. So this one I'm running right now is the Electron Pro, again a 5000 milliamp battery. But I also ordered some Spectrum 100C 5000 milliamp batteries, and the CNHL 5000 milliamp, I think those are 55 C's. So again, I got those off of YouTube subscriber, not subscriber, but a guy makes his own videos on speed runs, and he's been using those Chinese brand batteries, and he likes them a lot, so I figured I'd try it out. But yeah, no problem, guys, handling. So this might be an easier basher just to play around with, just with the turns. I do have my TQI, sorry, I do have my forget what it is now. Turned all the way down. Oh, so it still flips on the side. Okay, well, this is the first time using the self-righting. So let's see if it self-rights. There it goes. Almost. Sensor throttle's up. Try it one more time. There we go. All right. Oh, hit the... Okay, I don't want to self-right on the dirt, but it hit the pitching plate. So a lot of fun, guys, with this one. Don't have to worry too much about it flipping over on its side as much as the Max, but we can remedy that with the Max by putting on the Y kit. But again, at home on the dirt. I'll turn up the TSM. Is that what it is?
Okay. And that seems to help it a little bit. So as you can see, it's a little bit more controlled with the drifts.
We'll go out here on the grass here, check our range. So that was one thing with the Armas that I was worried about, because those are a lot faster. Again, I have the Outcast 4S and I have a Sentient 3S, and one thing I was worried about was range. So if you've been watching my videos on my channel, with my small scale RCs, I do have and run the... Let me check my phone, guys. I do run my Skyfly GT3B, and I have that hooked up to several vehicles. So I'm not sure how range is on that, but it's just good so that because I have different models on it.
And I can just use the one. I can just use the one remote for multiple vehicles.
I mean, Traxxas is a well-known brand, and quality of their parts is very good. I mean, it's not going to be better than aftermarket. Of course, the aftermarket makes parts meant to be much better and everything. Oh, caught a piece of grass there, patch. But relatively, you can get these vehicles, especially the Hoss, because it does share parts with the Slash and Rustler and all of those, pretty easy. So you can stick with one vehicle and run it a long time and just fix it. You know, get your IQ up on the remote control vehicles, learn how to fix them, and oh, two-wheeling there, and you can run them. So I'm only running like half throttle on this, guys. It's pretty quick. I wonder if it can handle like a 4S system. I'm gonna run on 4S.
This is quarter throttle right here. I'm just doing controlled. That's a blast right there. Oh, that was pretty cool.
So, oh, okay, let's do a self-righting. So for the self-right, see if it'll self-right. No, I'm out of range. Let me do one more time. So we're doing holding on the button, letting go. There it goes. There we go. So this is a wheelie maker too. This is quarter throttle, going around this dirt. This is where it's at home, guys. Max and the Hoss. So all in all, it's just a smaller version. This is little brother, Max's big brother.
They pretty much behave the same. You probably get a little bit more durability and strength with the Max.
Max has been around for a while. Hoss has just come out, but it does share parts with the Rustler and everything, so that's what we got. That's full blast right there, guys. Okay, so let's go back to our spot, and then we'll do kind of a summary. Okay, so back to our spot again. So, big brother, little brother, which one do you want? Well, if I had a choice, come here, small brother. if I had a choice and I couldn't afford both, I would save up and get the Max. Definitely the Max. You'll get good support either way, part availability either way, but in terms of durability, I probably have to go with the Max. Less things seems to be breaking on the Max when I watch videos. That's what I've seen. If anything, it's just going to be maybe the shock ends. On both of them, on extreme bashes, they had problems with the axles breaking. But I mean, the ones that I've seen, they've been jumping in like 30-40 feet in the air and doing that. So it's going to be warranted. If you jump that high, it's going to break. So check the motor. Okay, so that's a little hot, so having that fan for the motor is going to help. So that's what you want to do, just keep everything good for longevity and being able to bash and not going to thermal shutdown, especially with this ESC. Fan is not adequate enough, also because there's no screen on this. Rocks that get into the fan will break the blades. Same thing with the Max, but at least this has a cover. So if I do get you already see some dirt getting in there, and this is the motor for the fan, so I'm just gonna blow that out with compressed air when I get home. But both fans have been broken too, just by things getting inside the plastic cover and just shredding the blade. So at least I can reuse these covers and buy an aftermarket fan, and then just, you know, do some modifications to put higher spinning, higher flow rating fans in there. So this Hoss definitely needs a better fan, which I did order. I'm probably just gonna have to make my own cover like how the Max has, and I do have a heat sink and fan for the Hoss here, for this motor, for this motor. So like the Velcro, that works well. Everything's been good on this first bash. I liked it a lot. Let's turn this down, turn this off, turn off the remote. But that's it, gang. Here we go. We have the Max and the Hoss. So pick your choice. Which one do you like better?